I am shocked and surprised. And normally, if I'm going to make this sort of videos, I usually won't stream. However, it has happened today. And my mind, my brain is thinking about it. I just really couldn't believe it actually happened today. So I can't say he's my mate. I'll say he's a friend who was introduced by my dad. We'll be talking about when I was 14 or 15, something around 15, yeah. When I was 15, yeah, 13, 14. That's before I went 14, 15. Before I went for a high school dropout, my dad introduced, you know, one of his friend's son, who's the same age as me. And what's the most unique thing about this friend is we both brought up with our fathers instead of our mothers. That's correct. So both our parents has divorced, and usually when it comes to divorce, the mother looks after the child. But in this scenario, his fathers has looked after full time. Now I don't know much great in-depth details whether he has met his mother or not. But what I do know is the fact that we have brought up by our fathers. Okay. And this guy, he has went to private school, Catholic private school in her high school. And for me, I went to a government high school. So that's a bit of context about him. And I'll go even deeper. I will go through the video. Um, so as my volunteer work, I work as emergency relief or community support worker. So you provide food parcel for those who is in crisis or who's in need, especially those who are under homeless or government welfare, or perhaps those who are retirement. Now, today I was joking around and I see this guy who walked in. And it does struck me. I'm saying, oh, this guy looks like, the one of the friends that I know in my childhood. But I moved to a different state, a different city. So I said to myself, it's not gonna happen. We live completely different states now. We have, different city, 850 kilometers away. There's no way this guy will be my childhood friend. So the moment I grabbed his ID card, it was a coincidence saying like, oh, his first name also is Samuel. So when I grabbed his portfolio, and I didn't see much, and I said to myself, it can't be. There's no way. Maybe there's so many people out there look alike, so there's no point for me to to address it. But so I said it in a joking way. I'm like, Samuel, you remind me of a childhood friend who looks like you and also has the same name. And the first word he said to me, yeah, that could be because I'm from Sydney. And my mouth just dropped. And I was like, no way. Him? Sydney? We know each other in Sydney. But I moved to a different state now because I want to move on and I need a good atmosphere, environment, and things like that, which I moved last 3 years ago. And I'm just there, I'm like, oh gosh, this is conflict of interest. And I said, oh, maybe he's joking around. All right. And I said, oh yeah, the Sam I used to know, we used to play Dota. And he nodded his head. And I'm like, are you for real? We used to go to City Hunter, that's the internet cafe. And, we used to play Dota. We love playing Dota. You went to private school, I went to government school. And he nods all the way through. He's like, yeah, that's him. And I'm like, no way, that would be you. Like, how could it be? Like, we are from, I'm just like, our service is not that big, but what, like, I was disbelieved. I'll just let it out. I was like, whoa, that's him. I haven't seen this guy probably 7 years. But the last time that I've met him, it was just a quick hi, or because we were dancing and he was a shuffler, and I always know him. He always, he was mixing the wrong crowd as well. At that time, he was dropping out of high school. I was dropping out of high school at the 21, and my dad's been telling information about him, what was going on. He was running away from home. He was joining gang. He doesn't come back home. He sleep over someone else's place. He gets back home. He gets beaten up with black and blue. And there was a lot of stories. His life just went downhill. And I always wanted to catch up, or wanted to say, hey, but my father wouldn't want to. But we never had a chance to catch up because he was very different group. Like, we'll kind of hang out in the same group, and somehow it collided. And he lives in a middle class area. He was a lot better than me. And seeing him access my service, I had to decline him today for not giving him food parcel, because we give out food parcel once a month, and it has to be exact date. So I had to decline him, and I just felt like my mind just went so crazy to the point I didn't know how to react or respond, because I look up to this guy. He was a lot better than me. He went to, but somehow he went downhill. Really, really down. For me, I wasn't going that downhill. At the age of 21, I was kind of alright. But for him, he went straight down. And I will never forget that. But we never clicked after that. We never engaged. We never talked. But what a coincidence. A different state, a different city. I happened to work on that day. I was thinking of not working today, but I did. And I met him. And it hurts to see him to be in that position, because he has been up there. He's educated than me. But why Melbourne? And he's currently in temporary housing. God knows how long he's going to stay in the housing. The only information that I know, is currently studying personal trainer. I deleted his Facebook long time ago. Right now, I added him, and it's up to him whether he added me back or anything. And not because I deleted him, because we never clicked, we never be very engaged, we never did much. But now, my dad's been telling me about his father, probably 2 years ago, or last year ago, but the story about his father. The funny thing is that when I first met him, My father just remarried. His father also remarried, but his father married to a very young Tell, where my father married to a young Tell, but not as young as what his father married to. And divorce happened, and we never heard anything. Like I one or two occasion, or two, three occasions, I do talk to his dad. You know, we do go over to his house. I always wanted to see him. I remember this is around 21, 22, and the day my dad purchased a house under my name, was with his father at the same time. And I'm just shocked and amazed where he's at right now, because he is not far from homeless. I wish that I could help him, because I know these government services, they'll provide him temporary services. I'll try the best as I can to help him out, because something went wrong in his life. And God knows where has he been for the last 7 years. We lost in touch. Maybe he went to jail. Maybe he did a crime. Maybe there's so much going on, and I'm just don't know what to say. Because the fact that we are lost in touch for so many years, I try my best to catch up with him this week or next week again, and go in great depth details about, I would like to help him as up, any ways that I can get a hold of him. Because I know his profile, and I know the payment that he's on is a lot lower than me. And it really, one thing that what I find coincident about this whole story is I'm 28, for those who doesn't know. Last couple of days, like yesterday and 2-3 days ago, I talked very negative about myself, saying like to my friends, saying like, look at me, 28, no uni degree, dropped out, now doing aged care course. I'm so behind out of everyone. And now it's a bit too late for me to understand what's left wing, right wing, feminism, social justice warrior, Antifa, human rights. If I knew a lot longer, my career would have progressed a lot further than where I am right now. I'm no better position. But today, with the coincidence bump into this guy, it just blew my mind, and said to myself, why the hell did I say that last couple of days ago? This guy is not far from homeless. He is not far from it. I'll give a couple of months and he'll be there very soon. He just moved to Melbourne 1 month, and it's not far from it. And it's not far from where I live as well. I'm not saying that I could provide him accommodation. This is not my house or a room for him. I've got nothing for him to offer. I really don't have. I'm still struggling as well. But I'm willing to give this guy a chance, whether he's a drug addict or anything, because We grew up similar. And his father is homeless. And it's shocking to say that because of, you don't see Asians being, or Chinese being, homeless like that stage. Like he goes, his parents, his father truly worked his ass off for his kids to go to a Catholic school. And it wasn't cheap. And his father willing to move to that location, a middle class. He was living a better class than me. He was going to a better school than me. And I guess life is unpredictable. You can't control things. But I'm willing to give this guy a hand because I don't want him to go even further down with homeless. That is the last straw I want him to go through. But at the same time, I have no money to provide him that. So the last couple of days, I said to my friends about that sort of topic and asked myself, hey, William, there's always someone out there who is similar or worse than you. Don't always think of everyone is up there high achieving. Man, I didn't know what to say. This guy, he's pretty lucky. He gets a lot of girls, but his life just tumbled. I don't know what happened in his life, man. I'm not going to keep update with the next video because everyone's life is different. And I'm only saying in my point of view, what I experienced with him. We love playing Dota. He always texts me and say, hey, let's come out, let's go out, let's play Dota, let's go internet cafe. I still remember that. A bright boy. I wanted to cry about this because he was a bright boy than me. And we played Dota Room and it's like, oh, we were new to it. And, Will, I make sure I choose this hero. I make sure I choose this. And we realized we're in an all random game where all heroes are selected. Because we wanted to enter the all AP room. Gosh, now we're 28. We don't know what we're doing now. But man, even though we didn't spend good enough times, we were dysfunctional kids. For sure. Someone's at the front of the house. I don't know who it is. Just keep walking by. It's amazing how life is. Do not ever expect that those who are high up there or low, anything could happen to us. That's the video. And I am glad that I can offload this experience and capture this moment.